Shalom Rastafari, Assalamu alaikum, peace to the kings and the queens of the earth. How's everybody doing today on this Tuesday after the holiday weekend? Hope everyone had a great weekend. You stayed safe, you stayed healthy, you saw some great people, you had some good vibes around you. And just wanted to give a shout to everybody again like I usually do. Today's talk was influenced by my brother, my cousin, my best friend. He sent me a clip. And it basically started about a guy who was talking about how his exact quote was, "Weed slows niggas down." That was his quote. I didn't use that. That's what he said. It says, "Weed slows people down," so to speak. He used something else. And to overstand what he's saying, I'm going to go into it in the most, mature way. Now, I remember I responded to my best friend, Steve, not aggressively, but he knew I was going to be passionate about it. And I am very passionate about it because of the stereotype and the stigma that is still out there about cannabis. Now, here's how if you can understand how I'm saying this, then you'll understand the point. And there's plenty of people who I know who are just like me who will say this. They say, "I don't smoke weed, I steam cannabis." Let me say that one more time. "I don't smoke weed, I steam cannabis," or "I don't smoke weed, I smoke cannabis." And if you can understand that, it goes into a whole realm. Now, let me explain the difference. You're probably like, "Ain't no difference." Well, let me explain. If you use things, let me tell you something. If you are a cannabis person, and no offense, but you know who I'm talking to, if you still use the word pot to identify the herb you're smoking, if you don't really care what strain you smoke, you don't care what terpene you're getting into, you don't even know what terpenes are, you don't even know the different types of terpenes that are literally affecting how this is healing you, or how affecting you, and how it tastes and how it smells. You have no clue about that. You really don't care what the source comes from. You've never really experienced or researched or learned how to grow, learn how to, make shatter or the difference between distillate and the difference between THC and THA and CBD and Delta 8. If you don't know the differences of all those things, then why are you really just smoking something or ingesting something that you don't really know nothing about? You just think it's weed. And that's what most people do. That's how a lot of people attack cannabis. They go into it with it does nothing but just get me high and take the edge off at the end of the day, or something of that nature. And then you have these people who are like, "Well, I need it. It slows me down. It needs it. Helps me think. Helps me be creative." Look, here's the thing also. When you attach a liquor to cannabis, I get really mad because one is curing people. One is killing cancer. One is saving people's lives. The other, great, may have a good time, but every single day, multiple times a day, someone dies from a vehicular homicide of a drunk driver. Every day. It's statistical. You can look it up. The stats of how many people die from drunk driving a year are astronomical, and it's kind of ironic. Well, we know why. It's Babylon fuckery. It's kind of, whatever, that they don't report that. They had in Canada, they had the organization Mad Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and they try to incorporate the cannabis in there and be like, da-da-da-da. And I wanted to strike back at them, said, fucking good well, okay, that there's probably 0 to minimum incidences where a person who has been impaired by cannabis or weed then in turn went and killed multiple people. Okay, we all know that if, for instance, that first of all, liquor kills people every single day, but it is legal all over the country. You can buy it damn near at a grocery store. You can buy it at a gas station. You could definitely buy it at liquor stores, and we all know there's plenty of states where liquor stores do not close. Okay, so that is killing people, and that if you notice, liquor does nothing healthy for you. There's not been one healthy effect that comes out, but people drink it like it's nothing. And then when it comes to cannabis, they want to come at it and, it slows you down. Well, let me tell you something about, if anything, the worst thing that cannabis can do to you, or weed, is it says it slows you down. Okay, good. Well, you know what? I'd rather be slowed down and calmed down than to drink and then have anger. Do you know how much violence is from just simple alcohol use? Do you know how much violence is from just simple alcohol use? You know, simple alcohol use. Do you know how much violence is literally set in those areas, in those realms? I am a whole 100%. I am testifying for myself. I haven't drank in about 3.5, almost 4 years. And I'm not saying that I don't think I'll ever will have motivation to get back to having a drink. Now, I know people have drinks, and I know my best friends, they drink responsibly. They don't hop in the car hammered. You know what I mean? They know they know their surroundings. They're drinking in great areas around great people who would take care of them, and they still have their ears and eyes open. They still end up in sometimes some crazy shit and some crazy stories. And they have to really be aware and separate themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not telling people like stop drinking liquor and start smoking weed. I'm not saying that. That is a personal decision. I believe that people can handle their liquor very well. They can handle it. They can get up and go to work. I have people who get up and put the work in 24/7, 365, and then they go and drink and travel responsibly and have a great time. And they will never be different or any kind of danger to society. Like, these people are not. However, we all know that there are people who do not do responsibly. I used to be those people. We didn't care. We'd go to Toronto and get hammered, and no, we didn't. Who cares who's the DD? We would drive back from Toronto to Buffalo the same damn night, cross the border just to get to the border, sober up a little bit and cross. But knowing good and fuck well should not have been driving at all. And now what I'm trying to get at is the fact that I'm not just trying to push it on alcohol, because it's also pharmaceutical drugs too. I haven't taken medicine since 2016, pharmaceutical medicine. My medicine is my herbs. My medicine is cannabis. My medicine is the way I eat and my lifestyle, what I read, what I do, who I'm around. People don't really get that. That is what keeps you healthy, and that keeps you from not taking specific medicine. Now, if you need to, that's fine. That is fine. I think we all sometimes have grown up with different lifestyles, and if we need some medicine that helps us out, there is zero wrong with that. You know what I mean? I know that we should try to get to as holistic as we can, but if we can't, there are some science, there are some medicines that do help us out. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about me specifically, but I can't talk about everybody else. So I'm not judging anybody who ever needs to take medicine every day. Whatever keeps you healthy, that's fine. As long as it controls, it doesn't make you a certain person, then that's fine. But to say that cannabis slows people down, it's bad for niggas and all the motivation, stop it. I've written multiple songs off of one blunt. Okay, I just did it 2 days ago. I felt the beat, smoked, and I wrote a song. How is that slowing me down? Okay, I don't go to the gym after I smoke. Now, some people do, and some people, they guarantee it. That's them. I do not. I get that anger out. Matter of fact, I read and do all my routine. I don't smoke until everything is done. See, there's different type of cannabis smokers who get the job done and never slow down. They could literally be going faster than you while smoking a joint at the same damn time. How do you think business gets done in the cannabis realm? If it was all slow, then nobody would be getting anything. Nobody would be able to get their medicine. It's not just rolling up something and smoking it. People don't understand that there's CBD, THC, there's so many things that can just directly help your ailments. That doesn't really make a difference what people think. It's about your responsibility. Okay? And it's just so ironic that no one comes out of liquor like this. I think liquor, no one says, I think liquor slows people down. Well, it actually does. You can't drink every day and get shit done. You know that. But I'm sorry, but I smoke every day and I get a lot of shit done. And I'm not talking about like I wake up and bake. That's not the difference. I think there's a big misconception of what you think. When you see somebody smoking, you think, oh, what do? You stay high all day. You can look at me in my eyes and know when I'm not. But most of the time, you will never know. It's because the responsible strains I might be doing, maybe it's all CBD. Maybe I haven't yet. Maybe I haven't even done it, and I'm not waiting. I'm waiting until 8 o'clock at night so I can get some good rest. I'm going to tell you something right now. Off the bat, There are numerous cops that will tell you to your face that they would love nothing more than to deal with a person on cannabis than to deal with a person on liquor or pharmaceutical drugs. And as far as it's slowing people down, well, I don't know. Slowing black people down, I don't know. I mean, there is over 45 black cannabis companies. There's numerous black farms. There's numerous black dispensaries. How are we slow if we're making millions of dollars in the industry? How are we slowing down? The entire NBA basketball association, yeah, they have taken cannabis off of they smoke every day. Is now all of a sudden the NBA going to become a lazy fat league? Like get out of the munchies. This isn't the stoner age, all right? This ain't 1994 and Cheech Chong smoking joints and eating Doritos. Like, we way past that, man. We way past that. You got to really give me some strong ass weed for me to get munchies. And there's times I've had some the shit that was 33% a couple days ago. I got the munchies off of it. But it was a Saturday. It was after things were done. And I'm relaxing, and there's a different realm of steam. Now, there's times where you need it. You feel a little edgy, you feel a little angry. It's at the end of the day, things are kind of agitating you. You smoke that a certain strain and takes that strain off, and you rethink things, and now you're calm, and now you go back to doing it better. I don't gotta defend this plant. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people to think that everybody should be smoking, but I do think, I have a friend who does not smoke weed, right? He knows what I'm talking about. You know what it is, homie. And I would never want him to. However, if he ever got sore, right? Like if my man Steve got sore or he was working out or maybe he was having some serious anxiety issues, I wouldn't recommend him to go smoke, but I would give him a CBD tincture, right? And it's unfortunate that he's in a huge situation as far as head CEO supervisor, the only black supervisor in his entire city in his corporation. And it's major. And he couldn't smoke weed. He couldn't get caught. Like, he couldn't get, you know what I mean? Like, you never know. So, incident might happen. They may drug test. That'd be a typical thing. Oh, I knew it was something. Right? But unfortunately, he should be able to take a CBD tincture. He should be able to, you know what I mean? If there's an anxiety problem, if there's a sleep situation, you know what I mean? And he doesn't want to go to just a normal pill. He should be able to. You know, but we're still not there yet with drug testing and things of this nature. There's people who have to get drug tested, right? They have to get drug tested, background check, but they can. I mean, I hate it because it's cannabis stays in your system for whatever days, right? Well, cocaine stays in your system for 2 days. So people are taking drug tests on Friday. They don't care because Sunday they right back to it, sniffing lawns. And if they knew they were getting drug tested on Friday that same week, well, they'll just stop by Wednesday. It's simple. You know? Like, so, whereas cannabis is one of the lightest, not even a drug, it's one of the lightest herbs, and it stays in your system for 3 weeks. And you know what I mean? It's looked at as that. It slows you down, it makes you lazy, it makes those people who don't know what they're doing with it lazy. And there's plenty of education out there, so there's really no excuse. So I respond harshly to that. You know, I've made a lot of money off cannabis. And a lot of people have also. And I couldn't do that by being slow, trust me. I've been in the field in cannabis. I've had joints in my mouth while harvesting over 420 plants. I couldn't have time. We weren't slow or lazy by any shape, form, or fashion. We were getting to it on sativas. So I just wanted to speak on that and respond to it. I mean, I think that this person who's talked about this, you're right in a certain form, but stop trying to stereotype every cannabis person like that, because it's actually reverse. Most cannabis people are like me. The others who are just going to because this thing, if you don't continue to smoke the right way, you have to get over that hump, right? You start off with it, now you stoning because it hits you hard, and it's like you're getting all the effects. And then if you're doing this consistently, you'll start understanding the different strains, when to do it, how to do it, specifically how it makes you feel. You know what I mean? What times of the day, what routine works for you? You know, when can you do it, when not to do it? When can you slow down? When can you ingest? When do you like doing things of specific events? When you do not? You have to go through this yourself, right? This ain't liquor, dog. This ain't just, I'm just going to take that. This ain't liquor. This ain't pills either. You know what I mean? This is something that, when used properly, will save your fucking life and heal you for the rest of your life. I am a living witness of that. So if you want to just lock everybody into that one realm of everyone just smoking loud and getting high and sitting around and eating fucking cheese pizza all day, well, again, I'm not Chi Chung, and many of us aren't like that who smoke consistently. We'll tell you to your face, like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is why I have to have it or need it, or I might not even have to have it. There's times where I know I can take a few days off or a week off. I know I can, as long as I'm busy and doing shit, right? And I keep my grind on. But like I said, there's a difference between people who smoke weed and steam cannabis. Overstand that, right? Responsible, people who need it for specific reasons. Like I said, I'm doing this entire thing. I have not touched weed yet this morning and won't. Got some more things to do. And then once those are done, then I can steam. So that's me personally, but I know tons of people who do this responsibly, tons of people who get up and go to work every fucking day and do what they're supposed to fucking do while using cannabis to heal themselves. Y'all have a great week. Today is Tuesday, and I'll definitely be able to I'm going more consistent with these things too. I'm getting back to it. So hopefully you guys can hear from me soon. If you have any questions, always a response, please leave a comment, DM, whatever. Love y'all. Talk to you soon.